AIDS to people. And one of them was, supposedly you said that AIDS has been sent by God to punish homosexuals.
Now, I want you to look at me, and I want you to really hear me when I say this. I never said that. That is a rumor that has been perpetrated by someone who was obviously having a problem that day. I've done everything that I can, and if at this point people do not choose to forgive, it isn't in my hands.
Fame does obviously have its price. You pay a price with it. And last night I was reading about 79. You said literally that you felt like you were going to jump off of something, that you were really upset. What happened then?
Well, there was never any time for anything. You know, I was doing a lot of things in TV shows and this and that and the other thing, but it was just so confusing. Everything was a mumbo jumbo. My life had no center. It had no foundation. And I was pretty desperate. I mean, seriously, when I say that, I was a candidate to jump off a cliff. Yeah. I'd say that in no way playing. It was I was becoming extremely more distraught and desperate, but no one around me really would have known that.
You indicated there was some drug usage in there, too.
Well, that drug usage wasn't cocaine or anything like that. It was, I was prescribed a medicine because of this condition, sort of like a lithium-type drug, and it's a mood elevator. And I was very much on that for about 2.5 years, and and so it was not the best time in my life.
How do you think that your religion has affected your work in the last, say, 10 years? Because you've basically been born again for 10 years.
I think it has caused me to become extremely critical about what I do. And it has caused me to wonder what I will leave behind me when I leave. It has caused me to think about the future beyond that, beyond this flesh, you know, and to really consider my actions in this life.
Donna Summer is also on the counterattack. She's launched a libel suit against New York Magazine for an article it printed saying she was anti-gay.
If somebody wants to, print gossip, that's one thing. They need to let you know this is supposedly true, or there's some room for doubt, but they printed it as fact, and then it's an absolute lie.
Summer says it's no coincidence that the article appeared just as she was releasing her latest album. Her lawsuit seeks in excess of $50 million in damages, but she says her real goal is to restore her reputation.
The big part is I don't like walking into some place and seeing someone and having them look at me with that questioning look. You really hate me? I hate no one. I hate no one.
Donna says she's received death threats and hate mail as a result of the article, but New York Magazine won't print a retraction.
When people who represented the company were asked, what they thought about the whole situation, we were told that they were not out to be honest. They were out basically to sell magazines at my expense, and at the expense of my life. I don't think that's funny.
Every day I give you a reason to cry, 'cause I see the hurt in your eyes, but stronger yet I see the love that shines. Help me learn to take on the nature of you and love more than I accuse, and pardon others like you taught me to. Something happens inside my heart, Lord, when I forgive, they don't know what they do. Compassion reached out to a world confused. Help me learn to bless